Ay, ay, ay. This is an interview that has been real big on my brain for a while because, Cole. Jeez, big inspiration, big panic for me, and all that good jazz.
Hello.
Hello and hello. Let's give it a few moments to get any pre roll ads out of the way. And hopefully it's actually catching. Yeah, it looks like it's live. And hey, there we go. We got people starting to roll into chat. Alrighty. In that case, welcome everybody to episode 8 of Big Squeak Inc. interviews. It's already been 8 episodes, ay. As usual, I'm Saru, your host. Across the table from me is Cloudy, co-host.
Hello, how you doing?
And our guest for today, big inspiration of mine, Kohrean. I forgot to set up the squeak command. Oops, my small brain. And Ko here is going to be having a helper on the building up there. If you happen to see way up in the corner, that would be Monkey. They will be providing the voice for anything Ko wants to answer for.
Hello.
Yep, that would be Monkey. So, well, that's the long and the short of it. Jeez. Now we have 2 monkeys. Ay, oh no, otaku. So, with that being settled, a silly thing I like to do to start off these interviews. Ko, with all these buildings around and you towering over everything, would you like to take a guess at how tall you'd probably be during this interview? If you look at the buildings nearby you?
Uh, Watashi wa kyodai desu is what Ko just said.
What? Wait, what?
I don't think they understood.
I...
How tall do you think you are?
Yeah, how tall is Ko right now, do you think?
Ko?
Ay.
I am so tall, monkey. I am the tallest person alive, they say.
The tallest person alive. You know, that sounds about right.
You're looking pretty small down there, nerd!
We could throw Monkey off the building if you want. Ay. Yeah, about the height I'd be guessing is I should also get conversions as well. Be what, around 500 feet tall or 150 meters tall, give or take. So that's a lot of tall. Definitely the tallest person on the planet at this point, huh?
They're gonna trip and destroy a whole city.
You know? That is definitely a possibility, so watch out for those of you on destructible buildings, eh, Monkey?
Watch out for telephone wires, too. They'll get you.
Ay.
Don't underestimate it.
Jeez. So, to start this interview off, though, first things first, I'd like to just ask for a introduction. Tell us about yourself. Who are you? Who is Ko?
Ko is the cat on top of their head, controlling everything. So they say.
Wait, goes the cat on top of the head?
The plot twist of the century.
I thought the cat on top of the head was Reva the whole time. No, it's Ko. That is... Huh. Well, that's That is definitely news to me. Well, seeing as the cat on top of the head is Ko, that cat up there, piloting the big wolf below, is one of my biggest inspirations, and I gotta get that out of the way early or else I'll ramble and ramble on about it. So, it is thanks to her and her cat form up there that any of this is even happening, so thank you, Cole, for being amazing, just starting off, even if you are a mind control cat with superpowers and danger. That sounds even more dangerous.
Makes sense to Ko.
Yeah. So, this whole context of Ko being the cat now is just completely throwing off my brain. Yeah. So, the next question I would generally lead into is asking a little bit more about backstory regarding who you are. I suppose, in this case, as the cat, how did you find the wolf to mind control or pilot or however it goes? Or rather, the question would be, is there anything about you and your past that you would like to share, be it your time streaming or details about your character or, things like that?
They just said I never had a debut. Should I make one?
You know? You totally could. I'm not sure if you don't seem to play the Twitter minigame very much either. So I have no clue how that'd work, but I'm sure you could hype some people up for it.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? What do I mean? At least
He just went, no, I don't. We don't do that debut in 2 months thing.
Listen. If this exact second of stream gets 100 retweets, we'll reveal Ko's, ears. That's about it. That's the debut culture, right?
Go! Retweet, go!
Ay.
I don't know. This is you. This is your question.
Yeah, this is all about you.
They're trying to think right now of anything in their past they can talk about for this.
Fair enough. I'll get into more specific questions shortly, so you don't gotta wrap your head too hard, but if you do think of something, feel free to get Monkey to interrupt me so we can get it out. Yeah?
Alright.
Alright, and another question that just comes up from idle conversation, because it comes up quite a bit in passing during your streams or conversations about you that I recall. So, what do you say to the claims that you are, in fact, a goddess? The goddess Wolf.
Oh, no.
Is there any truth to these claims?
I live for, and now they're asking me what do goddesses do. So I'm thinking they're not a goddess.
I thought goddesses just did whatever they pleased, or if they had like a domain they ruled over.
Yeah, I'm the god of light bulbs, they say.
The god of light bulbs.
Even though they themselves are not very bright.
Oi. Wow. God of light bulbs. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to commission some art to, commemorate that particular title now for Ko. Ay. Goddess of light bulbs, go. Alright. Well, with those opening questions out of the way, next topic I usually like to ask about is experience with streaming. And looking back on all your time with streaming, just are there any big moments that really stand out to you about streaming in your experience?
They have a bunch, honestly. Their birthday, they didn't used to celebrate it. Everyone
Oh,
on stream made a big deal, so they were like, holy shit, this is actually fun. So, they're looking forward now.
that's good.
New Year's, it's fun to hang with everybody. Another thing they didn't really celebrate down there. So, it was just Ko's mom and them, so they didn't really do much about it.
Fair enough, fair enough. Sounds like a lot more reasons to celebrate and have fun then, thanks to streaming. That's always a good thing then, huh?
A lot of company. Ko keeps them company, you guys keep Ko company.
And that's definitely oh, Cole's still talking.
Well, we can see your mouth move.
Yeah.
They were just thinking for a moment. They were going,
Oh, okay.
like that.
All right. When I see the mouth move, I give pause so Monkey can hear clearly.
Yeah.
But that is definitely something that I really appreciate about your streams as well, the sense of community that everybody has there. Because,
Well,
oh, yeah,
okay. Internet dip for a second.
oh. But yeah, the sense of community that you've gotten built up with everybody. It's like so many people know each other's names. They always show up and banter and have fun, and even those who are busy at the time will stop in, lurk, and give their hellos to everybody. It is a big part of why Neko was so enamored with the community too, because when SSR Neko showed up, everybody was like, hello, hello, and just absolutely overwhelmed her with kindness. So you definitely built up an amazing community.
We used to hang out a lot, even after stream. I would just be on the VC with everyone, just chatting there. So Ko thinks that definitely helped becoming a strong community.
Fair enough.
Even though the old regulars are mainly lurking, they're still hanging out on Discord. The people in chat helps everyone feel welcome, which really helps. Helps everyone feel welcome, which uh-oh.
Oh.
Sorry, I just heard the last bit of that except Kevin. Kevin can go screw himself. But yeah, they're saying everybody helps everybody feel welcome, which definitely makes the community a lot stronger, like, tighter together.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Kevin. Kevin can go screw himself.
Yeah. Oh no, Kevin, duck and cover. So, some of that hanging out, I think I've seen you doing something to kind of bring it back with the weekend anime watchings on the Discord. I've been popping into some of those, but I've been distracted too, so ah. But oh, you're saying something. Okay.
Without a plan, it's kind of hard to keep up on that, because Ko is bad at making plans. No surprise.
That's fair. It's
But we can find like an anime to watch. Just go hit that random button again.
oh yeah, the blessings of random button. Oh no. Have there been any other really weird, potentially so bad it's good ones out of the random button? Just out of curiosity.
So far, not really.
Not really, so.
There was that weird toy car thing, Evan or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
I I don't think you remember the name of that thing. I don't think anybody remembers the name.
Nobody. It's just the cars talk.
Yeah, we it was just the cars talking and like transforming and having a Yu-Gi-Oh battle or something.
Something like that.
Never again, they say.
Never again. Oh, Lord. Ay, ay, ay. Well, on the topic of communities, you've definitely built up your own through all that, but are there any other communities that you've been involved with through your time during Twitch or before that that you want to talk about?
Um, Old streamer they used to watch a lot, Bast50. Like, Ko rated them one time and they still remembered Ko's name. Other than that, they don't think so. Wait, what about like Shima's Discord and all that? Like you used to have your own channel and all? Oh, Ko was freeloading in Shima's Discord because they didn't want to make their own Discord at the time.
Oh, I see. You
And
know,
look at their Discord now with all those channels.
all the channels, everything going on, it's all set up fancy like. That's fair. Um, One that comes to mind that I want to ask about because it's partially how I first found your streams. Do you have any thoughts or experiences with the VR chat type of communities that you'd find worth sharing? Because a lot of the way I found you was because finding Oathmeal and the connection through there and VR chat videos
Yo,
way back
same.
in the day.
Same. I don't know if I should repeat that bit. I don't believe that. Chotomate.
Oh no.
Okay. This, okay. Take it from the top again. So, they believe that Oatmeal doesn't really have a community because the people that go in there. Go on. They just want to be there for the camera, for the stream.
Hmm.
They don't believe any of them can be compared to anyone that we have in our streams. So, Ko's opinion on VR chat communities is they don't believe in any.
Ah.
They don't think it has a community. VR chat should have just a group of friends and that's it. So, not like that's why they don't stream VR chat, basically, they said.
That does make sense, and even being this far outside of VR chat circles, I've heard a lot of the problems as well, so the fact that they stand out and are that prominent too, yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah.
It does, as unfortunate as it may be.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting canceled for that one, Ko. You would think that a social game would have like some kind of community between the streams, but the only communities Ko can think about are communities, they're groups like the Lolly Squad, Rufflegators community. But then you think, what is Oath's community in VR chat? I don't see anything. What is Ash's community in VR chat? I don't see one. Nags maybe before when he was paying attention to VR chat, but I don't see any of that. Whenever I see Nags online, it's for the Patreon thing. So I don't know what they do there. Ko says.
All right. And
But
oh, continue.
but what? Were you gonna say something? You said but and then stop. Oh no, we're good then. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that all does make sense, and I've only heard secondhand from people who've experienced VR chat, and Cloudy across the table has more knowledge about VR chat than I would. That the older days of VR chat where the communities were smaller, there might have been possible, but as it grew, a lot of the problems actually took root, and it is how it is today. That make sense or sound accurate at all, or is that just like rose tinted glasses I keep hearing about?
The problem with the game VR chat is it didn't grew naturally. It grew because of the streamers, the
Ah,
YouTubers, all those popular videos.
mm-hmm.
The game grew because people were doing popular videos. Everyone wanted to be that popular person or be that popular YouTuber. So it alienated how VR chat was. It was more about being a fool in front of your, streamer or YouTuber. Yeah. It's a shame of how the game grew, but, good for VR chat. It still grew.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is, and the direction it took is direction it took. Still a good time to hang out with friends when you can or explore cool places
Yeah.
offline. But I think that covers a good point about communities and other things such as VR chat. Unless you have any stray comments, I'll move on to the next question. Let's see. So you did briefly mention a streamer's name, but to ask in more clear terms, are there any big influences or inspirations that you had when you were just starting out or that you still have and look up to today?
Go ahead. Two.
Two. Ooh.
One that Ko doesn't know what happened to them. They kind of went weird.
Hmm.
First and probably biggest inspiration has probably been Artsy, they say.
Okay.
Not because of the outfits, but because Artsy in the past used to make a lot of quote unquote mini games with their community. I've never seen streamers stream VR chat in the same way that Artsy used to do. Like, Artsy would pick up their stream, take them into a date, and then put like a dating sim UI on the stream and let people decide what to do.
Oh, that's actually really clever.
That's amazing. That is so smart, Kosas. Artsy is always finding a new way to do something new. And that's what Ko's biggest inspiration was. And the other inspiration Ko had was Ladle. but Ladle's going through some tough times, so Code thinks the content's changed a lot. It used to be very crude humor, like one of the first streamers I saw doing whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. That wasn't necessarily putting just a camera in front of their face. But yeah, now Ladle is dealing with a lot of stress from people giving them a hard time, so But yeah, those are Ko's two biggest inspirations. When it comes to streaming, at least.
Okay.
From YouTube, you have Oathmeal, Tosha, Nags too. Because that sense of having fun with friends is what Ko hopes she can do every day with her friends.
Alright. Oh, continuing.
That's it.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as far as any of the communities I've seen or been part of, I definitely say you're incredibly on target with that goal, because anytime I'm there, anytime I just pop in, it's a whole bunch of people having a bunch of fun and hanging around an amazing person. So I think you definitely got that on target. It is interesting to hear so many names. I've only heard some of those in passing myself, because I've heard of, I think it was, what, Artie or Artsy?
Alright, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, for some of the model stuff they've done, but I've I've not caught a lot of anything else. So there's definitely a lot of names and a lot of people that lead you to where you want to be, huh? All right.
It's probably the reason why we've done Redneck and the rest. Because Coke couldn't do the things they were doing in VR chat, but they wanted to do something similar.
Uh,
So we do Death Road, letting the community choose what they do. And that's how the whole Twitch integration thing grew on Co.
that makes sense. It's a very direct way to get it done without having to figure out a lot of technobabble on it. Although, now that I think about it, if you do have a silly idea for something, I could attempt to shenanigan some coding stuff, because I've been picking some of that up thanks to Sarah. So if you ever get a stray idea for an interactive bit on stream, I'm not going to be the best, I'm going to say, but I can attempt to, fiddle with some setup if you want it. There's a possibility there. Ah.
Alright.
Hey. Alright. Next up on the questions, we've covered inspirations. So, and I've been told this question's oddly placed since it's only like the middle of the interview. Is there anything you'd want to say to somebody who wants to start streaming or start building their own community, be it advice or just general something you want to say? Or to someone who might want to be trying to get into a community, even if it's not the community they started?
I could say a ton of things that people probably repeat over and over, like have fun, don't look at the numbers, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're thinking. I think if you're gonna stream with a goal in mind, you gotta like study yourself, reflect on yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Why would people find you interesting? If you're like, if you believe yourself that you're not funny, if you believe that you're a downer, like, you're gonna fail before you even start. You gotta be confident in what you do, and you gotta have a lot of patience because streaming has so many people, and no matter what you do, there's always going to be someone with more numbers than you, someone better than you. There's always going to be someone lower than you. So don't compare yourself with anyone. Be yourself, and that's the best way to build up a community. Because as long as you're yourself, people are going to hang out for you. If you are some kind of projection or image of something you're not, then people are going to grow attached to that which you're not. You're going to feel bad, guilty, you're going to have troubles with yourself, and you're not going to have a good time streaming. I think the only thing I can say is be yourself, and as long as you have enough time and patience, something's going to come out of it. Don't don't be something you're not.
Don't be something you're not. No. It may be said quite a few times in one way or another, but there's still points to live by. Have fun. Have a reason why people might, want to stick around, enjoy your company, and be good company. Something like that, huh?
Yeah.
It's definitely good advice. Good things to hear. And cycling to the next question after that. Looking back over your time streaming, whether it is in or out of your control, is there anything you'd have liked to change over your time streaming?
Maybe not have to do so many squats in September.
Ay, ay, ay.
But to be fair, Ko's happy with the way mm, we've been all these 3 years. Ko wouldn't change anything really. Ko's met so many amazing people. Sadly, some that are too busy to be here anymore, some that are still hanging around on Discord. But Ko wouldn't change anything. Oh, wait, it might be one thing. But it's something so silly. Like, the way we got partnered, right? I never got the requirements to become a partner.
Oh,
I only made the application through the wiki and got accepted. That's right. That's right.
oh wait. I never heard that story.
Uh, it was August, 2 days after Ko's birthday. And they were reading Twitch wiki, and there was a partner section. Ko was reading it and was like, "Okay, one day I'd like to be a partner so we can have more emotes and stuff." And then there was a section there, don't know if it's still there, that says you can make an application to be a partner, even if you don't meet the requirements. So Ko filled that in, and it says instead of taking a week, it takes 2 weeks. And on the second week, Ko got the email being partnered. And during that time, we had like 60, 65 average viewers. And the requirement is 75 for that achievement. Ko didn't get that achievement until after, like 2 months later, after being partnered. So maybe that's one thing Ko would like to redo. Like, it never felt like, I don't know. It's weird. People make a big deal about that. And Ko just entered through the back door without even, like, meeting the requirements. We did it for the emotes, remember? It was for the emotes, let's go.
I think that's the first time I've heard about somebody applying through some other method like that. I wasn't even aware there would be other links to apply and do stuff on. But I suppose it makes sense that it might feel like you did it a different way. It's not the tradition or something like that.
I mean,
So,
it would have happened eventually, right?
mm-hmm. Especially seeing where everything's at. Oh,
Yeah. I can assume they saw the streams and numbers analytics be like, this person's streaming 12 hours a day every single day. Short stream. Let's just give them partnership and maybe they'll stop and not die on stream. Ko's theory.
yeah, I know a lot of the times when I hear people talking about partnership, and a lot of the time they talk about a partner push or just make a big deal out of it and try to get their growth going unnaturally, spike up.
Yeah, Ko's not a big fan of that.
hmm And I think Twitch isn't a big fan of that either because they do look at the analytics and the lifetime stuff. So a sudden spike to 75 would just be, no, you kind of did it, but we want to see you consistently be like that. So
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot to say where they probably look for consistency, and you are definitely very consistent when it comes to pulling in a lot of people to hang out with and streaming often, even if the schedule can be a little wonky sometimes.
These 2 weeks have been a nightmare, especially this last week when Ko was hoping to stream more.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ko's internet was down, the power went down, headache happened.
Yeah.
Just a string of unfortunate events. But on the partner push comment, let's assume that one day Ko has that anecdote. We were trying to gather people from our group to play a game, and we got rejected because this person said that the game wouldn't pull enough views and it would hurt their average. And I think if you're that kind of streamer, that, I don't know. It's not that you're doing it for the wrong reasons, because everybody's got their own reasons, but it just feels,
It's a bit disingenuous feeling.
yeah, yeah. To me personally, like me, Monkey, that it just feels like that goes back to that point of don't be something you're not, don't do something you don't want to, and all that
Yep.
from earlier. Really sucked that day. Ko was so sad.
Uh, well, a little bit of my own experience here on a similar topic. A lot of people seem to go and try to collab and hype it up and do all this type of stuff just because, hey, I got this name or that name playing and they play popular game. In my
Uh,
experience, whenever I'm playing games, it's just, okay, if I'm going to collab with people, we're going to play a game we all have and enjoy. And I realize I'm going to take a viewership hit because it's not my usual stuff. Most of the time, I'm just sitting around solo, chilling with people, and then when you add in six other people panicking and making a lot of noise, it's like energy's totally different.
yeah. Back in my day, we didn't call those collabs, but yeah, Ko knows what you mean.
Yeah, just hanging out with people, it shorthand.
Okay, let's take this chance to be honest about certain things. Like,
Oh,
something that Ko only told me back in the past. Um, when you do a stream with another streamer, you will eventually either suck the viewers from that person or have people go to the other stream. Like, I, there was a point during the early days of streaming when Ko was streaming with Oath and Ash, and Ko would know that no one would be watching Ko. And at first, it was a tough reality. But that made Ko feel more attached to what they would call their regulars, because those people would stay in Ko's stream rather than the others too. And it gave Ko a different perspective. Instead of being sad for losing all those viewers, I realized I have this quote unquote community. She was about to call it fan base, but no, it's community. And that helped Ko a lot. It helped them keep their thoughts straight. And it also brushed away the whole stigma of streaming with other people and feeling like I wouldn't do as well. It was like, oh, I'm gonna play this game with Oath. We're gonna have fun with Oath. We're gonna have fun with people in chat. So that's it. I don't think I ever told this. Oh, thank you. They said they don't think they ever told this to anyone but me, so it was a rough time at first. Thinking about I gotta play with Ash and Oath for Violet Fusion, but those streams are the worst. But then it changed to, oh, fine, let's just have fun with Oath and Ash, and then we'll do our own things after that. So
yeah.
what I'm getting out of this is, loyal viewers, you definitely help a lot.
Oh yeah, hard agree on that.
And it doesn't matter the number, right? As long as it could have been two, three, four, but you learn to appreciate the people that stay.
Mm-hmm.
So Ko was always very thankful for that. To Luke, to Osiris, to Jama, Marshall, like all the early regulars that would stay no matter what.
Yeah.
It's also a thing that I like, oh god, why would someone want to play with me and they feel the same way? And Ko just tells them don't. Just don't. Don't worry about that shit. Luke still shows up every now and then. I see him in Discord and everything. Yeah. you just stream at times that Luke is dead. Our times have been changing so much, but I feel like we found some kind of weird range. Because in the past, Co would stream whenever they woke up, late night,
Oh,
early morning, whatever. But now we try to keep it at a certain hour range. But we don't always meet that, obviously, as you can see.
things happen. It's understandable.
Yeah.
And that was a lot that I had no clue about, and like you said, a lot of people other than Monkey just didn't have much clue about. Sound like you said you didn't share it with anybody up till then, but it is nice to get that little bit of reaffirmation that, yeah, the people who show up, the names that you always recognize in chat, it's amazing to just realize that they're there to be with you and hang out, and that you can just have fun with friends without, worrying, oh, numbers this, numbers that, and this stream's gonna do bad or something. So it's
Yeah.
definitely a good thing to have taken to heart from all that.
It's basically as long as you're having fun, people in chat see that and they stay for the fun.
Mm-hmm.
And if you find a way to include them, it makes it even better. Eventually, you'll find that extra person that joins. Like, let's look for example. I've been hitting the Australian regional front page for some reason, and I was hitting 600 viewers, and only 3 stuck out from that. But Ko's very appreciative of them, and that's White, Kelly, and Jose.
Oh, all right. So that's
And they
that's
came
when they
from
showed
there.
up.
As long as you have fun, someone eventually is going to show up and they'll stick around for a
Mm-hmm.
bit. And they're going to show up for the right reasons. They're not going to
Yeah.
show up because you're a streamer with a skimpy outfit. They're going to show up because they want to have fun with the people around there, with the streamer, the chat, the game, all that.
Mm-hmm. And get into that community because they show up and see a
Yeah.
community there. All right. That's been very, very informative and enlightening. So thank you for sharing all that. And let's see, looking at my list of questions for the next category. This is normally when we'd move over to a free space. So, take a minute and if there's any questions you want to ask or just things you want to talk about, think on it for just a moment. But, we have an extra guest in here way up on that building. Monkey.
Wait.
Yes. So, you've been a very big part of this community for as long as I've been aware for Co's community. And I wanted to get a little bit of your point of view on how things went and how it all developed, if that's all right.
I just got called a moon, man.
Wow.
Anything specific you want to know about, or just in
Um,
general?
just kind of your experience. Maybe let's go more towards the early days of it all, where
Uh,
early on in the streams.
let's see. One day created, yeah, this is all on mobile from here on till like 2020. But
Yep.
one day, I was on YouTube, saw with Neil and all them, and then went to Twitch at some point, and from there saw no stream. They hosted Co, and then I went to Co's stream. They were on Death Road to Canada, and it was one of the most, fun streams I had seen at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fun new experience for me. And this was the first stream I've been in and really chatted in because, we were all screwing with Ko. Ko was screwing back with us. It was, everybody was making fun of each other, teasing each other, knocking each other. It was a good time all around. So after a while, I just started hanging out more and more in there, and pretty soon just hung in there all the time. They were doing random 24-hour streams of space engineers, and I was there for like, I don't know, 18 hours of it, just chilling.
Yeah.
And
I
then at some point, they randomly modded me.
Yeah, that does seem to happen, doesn't it? Huh?
Yeah, it's the old version of the VIP badge, basically.
Ah, yes. Definitely understand.
And then from there on, yeah, just hung around often, played some games with them off stream. Like my first game with Ko off stream was Rocket League,
Mm-hmm.
and it took me like 2 hours, 3 hours maybe, just to be like, hey, you want to try this game? And then they completely destroyed me at the game. But I was still having a good time, so I was like, shit, you want to do this again sometime? And yeah, from there on, just random games off stream or hanging out in streams and all.
Yeah, I definitely understand that nerve of trying to ask Ko to play something because, like,
Yeah.
back in April, I was like, okay, okay,
Back when
heart
they were a
attack time,
complete
let's go.
stranger to me, it was just like, do I want to bug them? Do I want to bother them right now?
Like, even now, I look at the DMs with Ko and be like, I want to say something, but I don't want to be a bother. Ah.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Ko's community definitely has that way of getting people to become first time chatters on the site and actually warm up to people, doesn't it? Because I was exactly the
Yeah.
same.
No, the welcome, as mentioned earlier, that really
Mm-hmm.
helps people speak more often and all. Like there have been a few people that, talk to me off stream and they're like, yo, you made me feel welcome here. And from there on, just kind of started hanging out here. And I was like, oh,
Yep,
all right.
it definitely is. Huh?
I'm gonna fight you.
Oh no, what was just said?
It was so hard to find games to play because I was on mobile at the time. I only had an Xbox and all.
Oh no.
Brawlhalla. Yeah. We played that at one point, you, me, Machine, and Sarah. Yeah. And it was from that point Co decided, no, we're getting you a computer, and my ass was like, that's like $1,500. Why are you dropping that kind of money?
I definitely recall that happening, just being a huge event for everybody. Ay. And now Kevin over there, who said they made an account just so they could say hello, might be next on that hit list, huh?
Perhaps.
Kevin got to evolve from mobile at some point, huh? Hey, well, thank you for sharing that, monkey.
Yeah, no problem.
And oh,
Oh, that was weird. Just saw Co freeze for a second.
yeah, there was a little bit of lag in freeze frame.
Okay.
Hey, Kevin will never betray mobile. Oh no.
Co sees it fine on their end. Is your end alright?
Yeah,
Video capture?
on the it's all fine now. It did have a moment of freezing. It just occasionally does that.
Okay.
The more stressed your computer or the more stressed your internet is at the second, the more prone it is to explode.
Let's hope
But
it doesn't blow up.
yeah, it's fine for now.
Just go play the Battlefield beta on ultra graphics. I'm sure
Please,
it'll explode.
please no, we don't need Ko to just become an orange blob, piloted by a cat. Alrighty. Well, moving back to main focus for the interview. Ko, you had a bit of time to think about anything you'd like to ask or just talk about in our little bit of free space. So, is there anything you'd like to bring up?
They are thinking.
They are thinking.
Big think.
Many things.
You know, there's always this weird thing, right? As a mute streamer,
Mm-hmm.
because mute streamers, if it wasn't for VR chat, it would be hard to stumble upon them.
Yeah. Certainly fair.
What? Like, I feel like when you're a mute streamer, the chat carries the stream more than the streamer itself. Does that mean you guys like Kevin more than me? Because then we're gonna have trouble, Scott says.
Oh no. I'd figure Monkey would be the competition over here, being, main voice of channel and highlight everywhere, huh?
That was back when I would talk in chat a lot. I don't speak in chat, I don't look at you degenerates.
And yet somehow Monkey responds to us all the same.
I don't know what you mean.
Ay. We'll just chalk it up to the god of light bulbs just shining the ideas into Monkey's brain. Right?
Wait, am I the light bulb? If somebody comes and they hear you and they go, oh, I didn't know Ko was a male. Ko finds that hilarious.
Ay.
No, you don't. They just said they wish they had my voice. I refuse. To be fair, I sounded cooler in mobile. Okay, I see. I see how it is.
Oh no.
As much as Ko likes this headset they got me, the microphone is not the best.
That's fair. I can point out a relatively cheap headset with a good microphone. If you do want to get a new one, like the one I'm using right now, people have been saying they couldn't tell that it wasn't a boom stand type of thing or one of those high-end mics.
It's not?
It's not. It's a headset.
Yeah, Ko's surprised too.
It's like a $30 headset.
What the hell?
Yeah. I'll get you the link after stream.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Because every single time it's like, oh, you're not using a proper mic. Whenever I bring it up, like, should I upgrade mics? I feel like headset mic isn't quite right, and they're just like, wait, what? So, yeah, I'll definitely be throwing links over and be like, this is the brand name, yada yada.
Oh, yeah, hit me up later.
Mm-hmm. All right, and on that topic of being a mute streamer, you did mention how a lot of the time you feel like chat has to carry the stream a lot more sometimes. Has there been times where you've just had a lot of difficulty potentially expressing yourself on stream or otherwise, thanks to being mute in this particular context?
I would say that every single game, sometimes it's hard to translate how you feel. Some people can pick up by Ko's movement, but now also because of the sculpt titles. At the beginning, it was hard. It was hard. Like they could see you being defeated, but you don't feel the energy of being defeated.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that every game is always a new challenge when you stream as a mute. There are games that you just can't stream, for example, and they're good games. Disco Elysium, for example. But we couldn't stream that one at the time because it wasn't voice acted. But they updated it recently. It was text on screen, you would have to sit there and let the chat read for like, 2 minutes and then move on with no voice or anything.
Yeah. I could definitely see how text-heavy games or RPGs would be a drag to play when you're not able to speak. Because I know I read every single line and it's like, hey, as someone who talks, this is just free time for me. This is something I don't need to think about, and you don't get the same when you can't read out the lines. So it makes
Yeah.
sense. But on the other side of things, would you say that you've found more ways to be expressive with your movements or mannerisms to try to compensate for it, or some other ways to maybe deal with trying to interact with people while maintaining being mute?
Uh... How long were you planning to go for that? I it's I feel like I kinda I I use a cheat code because Monkey would help me out a lot. And then now we have the scuff titles too. So I don't know. I don't know.
Fair enough. There's certainly nothing wrong with getting help from friends or using tools and technology to help yourself out. So it's fair enough, fair enough. It's always good that you found a way to get things across regardless. And is that a... somebody just mowing the lawn outside my house? Oh
Is that
no.
what that is?
That's what that is. I think somebody just has
Okay.
like a lawnmower or a leaf blower just going. Apologies, everybody.
Thought I was about to see like a elephant or something just moving across the screen.
Oh no. Just UFO abducting an elephant in the background. Ay, ay, ay. Well, in that case, let's move on to a little bit of a side thing. Ko. Ko, ko, ko. I mentioned it
Me.
briefly, but do you want to become even bigger? Planetary Ko. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do, they say.
Yes, they do. Well, in that case, where the heck did I put the drink big? Is it here? Do, 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 do. No, no. There we go. Do, 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 do. Giant soda can. Behold, the oversized soda drink. With a few
Drink
sips of
big.
that, drink big. Cole's gonna go to space and well, let me make sure we have monkey in space too. We need our
Could probably
orbital
hurt
monkey
you.
cannon. Space in 3, 2, 1. I hope I didn't screw up the screen. Woo! And we will have monkey on the moon. There we go.
Hi.
Welcome to space.
I was confused why the moon is missing a chunk.
Well, you see, The moon is made of cheese, right? And I am a mouse? Do I need to explain more?
What about the other tiny one?
What about the oh, cloudy over there? They hear.
They don't get a piece of the cheese.
Well, they can get some cheese occasionally, but that's up to them if they get to the cheese.
I see.
You know, when mice are around, they're welcome to the cheese. Kiwako or Cho were over, they'd get some cheese too. Cheese moon. And honestly, if you want to take a bite of the earth, you can also, get a munch out of the earth. It's tasty. I recommend. You
They are unsure.
unsure? Fair enough, fair enough. I assure you, it's a little bit like saltwater taffy or salty caramel when you try to munch on the earth. Something like that.
I see.
Ay, ay, ay. And now with that silly bit of moving about out of the way, I'm gonna carry on with the few remaining questions we have. So, looking forward, as far as stream life and all that goes, are there any major plans or super big things that you're looking forward to doing on stream or off stream that you'd want to share right now?
Hmm. I I'm gonna fix my other PC to have two PCs set up, and uh, they want to go to TwitchCon next year? Question
Oh,
mark. And thinking noises. It's honestly just if it's weird. Oh, Ko was making a live summary the other day on what they want to do with their life, what they wanted to go.
yeah.
It's hard to tell what I'm gonna be streaming for just one more year, or if I'm gonna keep going on. Because to be honest, streaming it gives such a huge income in Argentina. But comparing this to any kind of wage in any other country, I'm barely scraping minimal wage.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to think whether this is a reliable source of income or if I should just focus on getting a degree, getting an outside job, and I'm also planning to move out of the country because I don't want to live in Argentina.
Fair enough. A lot of contemplations like that. Future is full of unknowns.
But I feel like I need some kind of education first before I leave. So it's a long-term plan, I guess. Something that's not going to happen anytime soon. I I don't know what's the norm for streaming either. I don't know if there's some kind of amount of years you gotta do, or if you can go like this forever. Code don't understand that.
Um,
I don't think. You know how I like to call stream? I call streaming a part-time job that you can do full-time. But unless you really hit the big leagues, you may want to consider if this is how you're going to continue. And the fastest you start questioning this, you think is the better. Co thinks is better. Because you can plan ahead your life that way
Yeah.
and not have to tie yourself to something that may or may not work out. Streaming is very inconsistent. One day you
Definitely.
may hit some kind of jackpot, but then the next month you see yourself barely making it to the end of the month. You want to have some kind of reliable income that doesn't come from streaming. I'm not saying that having the wait, hold on. That that motor just interrupted you. Hold on. Say it again. Not saying that having an outside job is more reliable, but at least you have a set amount of money that you're earning, so you know what you have for spending. It's easier to plan when you have a set of plan amount of salary. And streaming is just up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's very stress inducing. I would assume once you get like the 1,000 viewers and everybody throws stuff, might get easier. But I don't, in a way, I don't want to be that either because I like the amount we have right now. It makes it easier to stream. I would feel way too overwhelmed if I had, 1,000 plus viewers. The chat was moving so fast. I would also feel that the people that would hang in chat would feel very disconnected at that point because it would be harder to keep up with them too. So if I think it that way, I don't see this as a job that I can continue doing for the rest of my life. So at some point, I gotta decide how I'm gonna handle this. Either move back to streaming as a hobby and get an actual job, or keep it as the main job with less hours and get a part-time job. It's something I've been debating. I don't know how I'm gonna handle this from here on. I'm not saying I'm old, but I wanna I wanna live happy. I wanna live with peace of mind. I wanna go to bed knowing that I'm gonna make it through the next month. And I'm not saying make it here in Argentina. I'm saying in Argentina I'm gonna make it. I could have 10 subs per month and I'm gonna make it in Argentina. But I want to move out of Argentina, either to America or Europe. And when I do that big jump, I'm not going to be able to make a living out of streaming, which is that's another thing Co wanted to talk about with me. Yeah, Co's seen someone that makes less than them, at least on the Twitch payout thing, but they live alone in another country. Yeah, yeah, don't say the name. But Co doesn't know. They need to just go through the payouts, see if it's possible to make a living out of it. And so far, sadly, Co would need to get either an outside job that's a full time or part time, because streaming helps a lot. It helps Ko's head. It gives Ko this peace where she hangs out with people that she's already known for 3 years now. Some a little
Mm-hmm.
less than others, but it's the same vibe. Because we're like, we have the same energy, the same brain cells. That we're always teasing each other the same ways. So it's a fun time. It's rare that I'm gonna have a bad time. Unless we're playing a specific game where we drive me crazy. Like Universe him with all the freaking suicidal explosive nuggets.
Blow up another building.
But I don't think I would be able to just say bye and never stream again. You know, I may I may just stream as a hobby here and there. I'll give this another year of testing, and this time I'm actually writing things down, how things go, which are the strong months, why are they strong months, which are the slow months, why are they slow months, and then just make a decision next year what they're gonna do from there. Because sadly, it's also hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Because last year, with all the COVID, you know, a lot of people were saving up, which is understandable, but it threw all analytics off the board.
Yeah.
And this year, it's starting to get better, so that's why Ko's just writing things down, how things are gonna go down, and keeping an eye on how currency fluctuates around the world. And with all that, at the end of this year, I'll make a I'll go through the entire year, see what happens, and from there we'll see. At least guarantee 2 more months of go, and then we'll see what's up.
All right. Well, that's definitely a very grounded answer, in touch with what you need and what you should be doing, and just trying to find a place for yourself where everything works out. So, definitely an understandable answer. I know I and many others will definitely be sad if you do wind up vanishing from the stream side of things, but so long as you find yourself a good place in life, I'm sure anybody would understand if you have to just make it occasional, or take less time on stream, or just take it as a hobby, because so long as you're living a good life, taking care of yourself, that's the important thing. That's really the
Definitely.
important thing. And especially with trying to move out of country, that is a huge commitment and a whole bunch of planning you're going to have to do. So, wherever you wind up, if you do
Yeah.
wind up moving there, best of luck. I'm, I'm just taking a pause for a second because, yeah, I might be, one of the people in the audience that does take it slightly for granted that, yeah, you stream a lot. We get to hang out quite often. Happy, happy, joy, joy, and all that. And
I feel you, bro.
there's going to be some times where it's like, oh, well, busy is busy, and I really need a drink of water before my throat just explodes in 1 second. Ah, but yeah, it sounds like you have a lot on your plate, but you definitely have an idea of what you're doing with that, so keep it up, and I'll look forward to figuring out what you've decided whenever you do. Ay, ay. And next question that maybe a little less thought needs to go into. How about any extremely short term plans? You know, anything that's immediately fun coming up, or heck, even just what you're going to do tomorrow that you'd like to share?
Mario Golf.
Mario
I'm gonna
Golf.
end you. I mean, there are games that I look forward to playing, like Mario Party Online, like all those friendship ruining games. There's also something that I've been noticing a bit more. Uh, Owl's been wanting it to do a lot of streams together.
Oh.
Like, it's funny because I see myself in Owl the same way I was trying to plan things with Oath in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very refreshing. I don't understand why they never. I do understand why Oath would have their reservations on that. But having someone like Al constantly planning things like that, it's been refreshing. And they also have the same mentality as me of we gotta suffer on stream.
Oh no.
So we're gonna suffer in the funniest, most painful way as possible, you fools.
Ay, ay, ay.
So prepare yourself for a very interesting Nuzlocke run.
Oh, that sounds ominous.
I assure you it's every bit as torturous to them as you're thinking it is.
I Yeah, I've seen some Nuzlocks. I've seen some randomizer Nuzlocke. I am concerned with what those two are gonna get up to, huh?
Yeah,
Ay, ay, ay.
I'm sure that they're gonna question themselves a lot. You're damn right. No, no, I shouldn't. I like myself, Ko. Other than that, short-term plans, Ko doesn't plan. Whenever Ko's plans, it always becomes weird. So we just
Fair.
do whatever, whenever. Remember that schedule thing they tried? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, there's a schedule. Hey, everything got in the way. Yeah.
We do like check marks, just a checklist. Play this game at some point, kind of thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think you guys can expect a very, very not scary Spooktober. So high sanity Visage run win. Low sanity. High insanity. I
Insanity.
think my mic cut me off, Ko. I meant to say insanity, you know? No, I said insanity. My mic just cut me off.
We're all gonna go crazy. Alrighty. Oh, I'm now hiding behind the hair. There we go.
Oh,
I'm in. Oh, no longer hiding. Well, that sounds like I definitely feel like I've learned a lot about you and a lot of things that I wasn't expecting. A lot more of a grounded side of you during this interview, I'd say. So, it's definitely been real enlightening for me, and hopefully all the people in chat watching about as well. In the meanwhile, I think that's all I have on my list for the interview, so, well, hopefully after the interview, even though I know I'm going to be lurking about your streams and trying to be, around as best I can still, I do want to say, take care of yourself. I'll catch you when I catch you, and thank you so much for taking part in this interview. Especially since it's you, one of my big
Hey,
inspirations, it means so much to me, so thank you so much.
muchas arigato. Gozaimasu.
Gozai much. Yes, of course. In the meanwhile, as we're wrapping it all up, I usually leave the raid direction and any raid message up to the guest. So, is there anybody online right now that you'd love to send the group of people that have been learning more about you to? Feel free to just send me the name if there is, or say, nah, if you don't spy anybody.
Ko is looking right now.
Yep.
Did you just say the only one I see online right now is Saru? The one that you're talking to right now?
Oh, no.
We raiding Saru today?
I would that even work to self-raid
I
the channel
don't think
technically?
so.
I'm curious now if it would be like you can't raid yourself. Yeah, you cannot raid your own channel. All right, so it looks like
Damn.
ay. Well, in that case, we'll just leave everybody to disperse as they please or such. No raid target. And
Any other questions from anybody at all?
yeah, last minute questions from the audience if you got any. Otherwise, I think we're all set to wrap up. We just got Big Coal
Yeah.
next to the planet, huh? God of light bulbs.
Yeah, I just realized that whole cat being Korean thing makes a lot of sense because look how small they are compared to what they are.
Yeah. All right, looks like we do have one last minute question. Or maybe a couple. One, Minesweeper, when?
Minesweeper? The only Minesweeper I know is the Mongol. The hentai Minesweeper? Alright, well.
Yeah. We got Kevin relaying a question with his usual, Kevinness. Are you okay with being that short?
Kevin, I'll lend you.
Ay. As well as, is Reva actually a head cat, head crab? No, that's Ko on the head right now, right?
Yes.
That's Ko up there doing the head crab, head cat stuff.
Yes. I've known Reva for passing out and being a dead cat for the longest time.
Oh no.
So yes, I would assume this is how they feed.
Ay. Fair enough. See, two more questions floating about in chat. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Nay. Absolute nay, they say.
Alright. And if you were to appoint a president of the internet, who would it be and why?
Me, of course. It's just me. Because it's me, they say.
Commander.
I did a great job in Tropico 6, so I did a great job on the internet. Remember how many times you got into debt?
But it's the internet. You just change the sign and it's no longer debt, right?
God damn it.
Alrighty. Seems like we've got all the questions wrapped up. We hit that hour-and-a-half mark like I was saying, V. So, seems like, once again, thank you all for showing up. Thank you, Ko, for just being amazing. Oh, mouse Ko move. Oh.
Oh, bye, Ko.
Do. One moment. Do. It looked like you were scooting over to, ominously
Ko was
hover.
confused. They didn't know that it picked up their mouse.
Yeah, it picked up the mouse for just a second. It just shows what's on screen or something. Either way, thank you all for stopping by. We don't seem to have a raid target today, so feel free to just scatter as you please. Thank you, Ko, once again for being absolutely amazing and taking part in this. And thank you, Monkey, for, well, making any of this possible because... oh. Is Cloudy getting nommed over there, or is it so much danger?
I think... Oh, no.
Take care, everybody, and we'll see you wherever we see you all. Bye-bye.
Sashimi.